Alright, welcome to the first ever edition of MuscleCookTV, your online bodybuilding cooking show. Pretty excited, guys. It's the first, hopefully, of a long series of video. So today we're gonna cook one of my favorite recipe, if not my favorite recipe, my turkey meatloaf. So let's get started. Alright, for this recipe, what you need 2 pounds of ground turkey or ground chicken. Doesn't matter, pretty much the same thing. I like ground turkey, I like it tastes a little bit different, I like it. What do you need? You need olive oil, you need 1 onion, alright, white onion, red onion, whatever. Dried tomatoes, some dried tomatoes. I won't put any tomatoes in my recipe because I don't like tomatoes. That's the only thing I don't eat, and for some reason I don't like it, so I won't put it in my recipe, but you guys can put some tomatoes at home in your recipe. Eggs, we need some fresh parsley. Actually, I got some fresh parsley I just bought this morning, and low fat Parmesan, skim milk, I got 1% here, but it's roughly the same thing. Actually, 1% has a little bit less sugar than skim milk, so that's pretty good. Salt and pepper in here, and some oregano. Oh, that's basil. Alright, oregano. There you go. Perfect. Let's start. First thing you want to do, let's get out of the way. I chop a garlic clove earlier, so get it there. You want to chop your onion. This recipe is pretty cool because you can cook a big batch. So basically, you can have meals like for the whole week. That's the cool thing. I do it every Sunday. It's a rainy day today, it's a perfect day to cook. And basically, do it every Sunday. Cook my big batch of turkey meatloaf. Gives me about, like, I don't know, 10 meals maybe, so more than a week actually, 10 days. Alright, once you cut your onions, what do you want to do? Pan, put a tablespoon of olive oil. There you go. Cool. Perfect. If that's done, you want to start with that. You want to cook your onions first. Alright, so we got that. We're going to chop some parsley now. Not a whole lot, like, not like too much. A little bit, handful, plenty. Where's my knife now? There it is. Alright. Just chop your parsley. Alright, parsley's cut. Alright, let's start mixing. So you want to start turkey. Got it last week on sale at my butcher shop for about, how much was it? $8 a kilo. That's pretty cheap. That's actually very cheap. So you don't want to put all your turkey in a big bowl like that. In a big plastic bowl, I'm going to mix my meat in there and all the other ingredients. So you can do all that while your onion is cooking. That's a whole lot of meat, but I double the recipe now. So I'm doubling the recipe. So on the website, you're going to see it says 2 pounds of turkey, but I'm actually going to cook a bit more than 4 pounds today, so it's going to be a big batch. Cool thing about this recipe too is that you can cut your meatloaf into squares, like, you know, I cut them in about 8 ounces, like squares, and you can freeze your meatloaf. You freeze your portions, and when you want to eat it, take it out of the freezer, just put it in the microwave for about, I don't know, like 3 or 4 minutes, and it's done. Get a meal ready. Alright, turkey's in there. Adding the parsley. Alright, have a cup. There you go. A little fat Parmesan. Breadcrumbs. Whole wheat breadcrumbs if you can find some. If you can't, not a big deal. But usually most grocery stores got whole wheat breadcrumbs. So There you go. Whole wheat. You want 1 cup of breadcrumb. Again, doubling the recipe. 2 cups for me. 1 cup. That's about, there you go. That's about 2 cups of breadcrumbs. Cool. Eggs. 2 eggs for my recipe. Skim milk. Half a cup of skim milk. Where's my milk? Right here. Skim milk or 1% milk. A little bit of salt and oregano. About like a tablespoon. Add your onion. Cooked onion. Alright. So everything's ready to mix. What you want to do, how you mix that? Your hands. Make sure one thing, wash your hands first. Always do. I know if you've put your hands before, so just wash your hands. Alright, so just mix everything with your hands until, you know, it forms a nice mix, like, you know, until everything's mixed together. Now, see, it's all mixed together. Let me show you. That's what it should look like. Alright? Now, I put the mix in a big glass pan. You can use the cake, baking pan, no big deal, same thing. I prefer glass pan just because you can see through, like you can see if it's cooked or not. Alright? One thing as well, now you can start preheating your oven at about 375 Fahrenheit. Perfect. Alright, so let's take that big mix, put it in there. Put some left butter. There you go. Perfect. This side. Alright, so get your mix in the pan. The oven's at 375. I'm going to stick that pan full of meatloaf mix right in there for about 30 minutes. So 30 depends, like 30, 40 minutes. Just check on it. Don't overcook it. You don't want your loaf to be too dry. So just make sure 30 minutes usually is perfect. Perfectly cooked, so we'll be back in 30 minutes. Alright folks, it's been about 30 minutes now. I cleaned up my cooking station. Let's find out how it turned out. Oh yes! Smells good, guys. Smells good. Oh, I'm going to show you. There you go, big turkey meatloaf. Alright folks, that was my turkey loaf. My name's Dave Rule, and I'll see you next time on MuscleCookTV. Take care.